Hi, this is John Lawton. Now, some of you may know me as a rock singer. Some of you might even have been to one of the concerts. But hey, today I'm not here as a rock singer. Today I'm here as a tourist. Where am I? I'm in Bulgaria. That's where I am.
The Republic of Bulgaria is located in Eastern Europe. To the north is the border with Romania, and to the south the borders with Turkey and Greece. To the west lies Serbia and Macedonia, and to the east the Black Sea.
I'll be taking a trip around Bulgaria, telling you about the history, about the people, things that you don't normally see when you come here, because most people come to Bulgaria, they head for the beach and lay in the sun for 2 weeks getting burnt. No, that's not what this program is about. We're starting our travel here in Burgas.
The municipality of Burgas is located in the southeast of Bulgaria on a sizable plot of about 514,362 acres. In 2007, the population was around 229,471. Unemployment in the city is around 1%, the lowest in the country. Burgas is the largest trading port in Bulgaria and has the sunniest airport in the Balkans. It welcomes millions of tourists who are attracted by the wonderful geographical position of Burgas, from the southern slopes of the East Balkan Mountains to the northerly spurs of Stranja Mountain, and from the healing mineral springs in the area, and of course the Black Sea.
I'm on the Black Sea. Now Burgas gets its name from the old Roman cities of the Beltis and the Byzantine cities of Pyrgos, Foros, Poros and Strabiaco. The city, Burgas, has its name since the year 1727. I fell in love with Bulgaria the first time I came 4 or 5 years ago. And I've fallen in love with Burgas. I think it's a great city. The people are really, really friendly. It's a good place to come. There is plenty of open space, and the history of the city is great.
During the time of the Thracians, on the area where Burgas now stands, a village existed. Proof of this are the numerous burial sites and historical finds around the city. The oldest Thracian sanctuary was situated on Shiloto Peak.
Okay, we're here at the highest point around Burgas. This is Shiloto Peak. It's 574 meters above the sea.
Това е мястото, което според траките среща Бога Слънце и богинята Майка и се ражда най-голямото божество на траките – Тракийския конник. Така че тук се е намирало светилището на Тракийският конник, което е създадено преди 2600 години. От тук траките вероятно са наблюдавали и корабите, които са влизали в залива, на елини, на римляни и вероятно с тях са се носили и много търговски вещи, с които траките са разменили медната руда, която са произвеждали.
After the 2nd century BC, the Romans established the city of Aquaculide, near the healing mineral springs in the Burgas region. Later, Roman soldiers and veterans founded the city of De Ultum near Burgas. Today, it's in the region of the village of De Belt. They were given this land as a reward for their devoted service. De Ultum was a coastal city because it was connected to the sea by Lake Mandrensko. Later, in the area surrounding the lake, they built fortifications and towers. These are called burgs. It's thought that the name Burgas comes from the fortification burgs, similar to the names of cities like Strasbourg, Edinburgh, Petersburg, and others. The word burg also means city. During the whole of the Middle Ages, De Ultum was the border between Bulgaria and the Byzantine Empire. From here, the front lines called Erkesieta were built. This is a defensive installation similar to a fortified wall, but made from soil and wooden stakes. The Erkesieta is about 142 kilometers long and stretches to the river Tunja. It is the biggest installation of its kind in Europe. It's even longer than the famous Hadrian's Wall in northern England. In the 14th century, the region of Burgas, as well as the whole of Bulgaria, fell under Turkish slavery for 500 years. During this period, the people searched for refuge from the Turkish regime in the Balkan and Rhodope Mountains, but mainly in the Stranja Mountains. They didn't come back to the flatlands until the 18th century. The end of Turkish slavery in Burgas was on the 6th of February 1878, when the forces of General Lermontov entered the city. The municipality of Burgas was established on the 7th of February 1878, with Niko Popov becoming the mayor. When the Berlin Agreement was signed, over 12,000 families and refugees from Belomorska, Thrace, settled in the city and the surrounding area of Burgas. In the first half of the 20th century, an intensive industrialization of Burgas began. A lot of factories were opened and leading companies from Western Europe opened their warehouses here. In 1903, the port of Burgas was established and the first railway connections. That's how Burgas began to supply Bulgaria with much needed goods, which were brought in via the Black Sea. The population increased and hospitals, churches and roads were built. The cultural life of Burgas had begun to develop. During the Balkan War, the 24th Black Sea Regiment showed great bravery in the ensuing battles of Chetalja. On the 9th of September 1944, Bulgaria became a socialist country. The industrialization of Burgas became more intense. The environment was damaged and elegant old buildings disappeared, and beneath huge high-rise blocks typical of other socialist countries. "1989 saw the end of communism in Bulgaria. Today, Bulgaria is a democratic republic and a member of the European Union. Burgas today is a big modern city which can't be described in just one film. That's why we decided to visit just a few places of interest. So if you want to see more, you will have to come here yourselves. In the next few minutes you will find out the ancient custom of people dancing wearing antique costumes and the history of the mysterious island of Anastasia, while the airport of Burgas is ready to take emergency landings from all over the world.
Okay, we're in the woods outside of Burgas. And you might be able to hear some noise in the background. Well, we're here to find out about the ancient custom of kukeri. I'll tell you all about that in a minute, but you just listen to that noise and watch what's going to happen, because this is new for me. So, hey, let the fun begin. They're dressed like this, with bells and the costume. The idea is to frighten away the evil spirits. That if they do that, that next year the harvest of the crops in the fields around here will be 100 times better. You can see the little one. Only that small. They start them young here. He's only a little guy, but hey, he shakes it as good as anybody else. So that's a custom, and it's scary.
We are traveling to the island of St. Anastasia. It's a sacred place and throughout the centuries has been a monastery. The volcanic structure is situated about 6 kilometers southeast of Burgas, standing 12 meters high with an area of around 8.5 acres. The lighthouse is a very important part of this island for ships entering the bay and the port of Burgas. The monastery was first mentioned in the 14th century. It is later documented that around the beginning of the 17th century, when Bulgaria was under Turkish control, the Cossacks attacked the island, but the monks offered no resistance and were helped to hide. From this base, it was easier to attack the Ottoman ships for their cargo. The Ottoman Turks took their revenge and demolished the monastery. There were many times when it was demolished and rebuilt. During the war between Russia and the Ottoman Empire in 1783, the Turks built an anti-marine battery on the island, which seriously damaged the monastery. Its present look was constructed at the beginning of the 19th century. The first print of the island dates back to that time. It was done by the French painter Henri Desaro in 1829. At that time, Russia and Turkey were at war again, but this time the island was used as a base by the Russian forces against the Turks. The small church of St. Mary, Mother of God, is the most valued cultural monument on this island.
Тази част от църквата съвпада по датировка с самите стенописи. Датират се около 12 век. Този олтар, иконостас, е уникален паметник на културата. Той е построен през 1802 година от един котлински чорбаджия, Матей, който заедно със своя син Петър пристигат по Черноморието и богато обдаряват този манастир. Долавят се следите от древненската дърворезбарска школа. Това съвпада с апогея на българското възраждане.
At the moment, we're in the Burgas International Airport. Planes from all over Europe come here, some from the States, coming from Moscow as well.
The airport at Burgas thrives with a maximum of sunny days during the year. That's why it is also used as a reserve airport for emergency landings, when the airports of Istanbul, Sofia and other Balkan countries are closed. During the Iraq War, the airport was also used as a NATO base.
That's air traffic control up there. That's where we're heading. We're going to check these guys out, make sure that they land the planes okay. So we'll see you later on. We're in air traffic control. As you can see, we're in the tower. There's a big Russian Antonov just about to come into land. Now, I'm not going to speak because this man here, we don't want to disturb him because we don't want to crash on the airport. No.
Good afternoon, Victor Delta Alpha 7168 Burgas.
Here he comes. Whoa,
Huge one.
he's big. Very privileged to be up here when this plane is landing because it's, like he said, it's like a house with wings.
Victor Delta Alpha 7168, okay, by taxiway from the post on the side.
That was cool, eh?
Yeah.
So we come to the end of our visit to Burgas Airport. It's very difficult to understand this kind of work because people's lives depend on gentlemen like him. Thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you. Sun shining, middle of December, 20 degrees. Now this is Burgas. That's great.
Our journey around Burgas continues. Stay with us and you will learn why the church in Bulgarovo preserves the bones of hundreds of local people, which is the biggest wild bird reserve in Bulgaria, and how a woman created by herself a monastery when Christianity was forbidden.
Today we're in the small village of Bulgarovo, and I'm here in the church of St. Anastasi. This is Father Zahari. Now, this church built around 850. Interesting little fact, something I didn't know, is that at that particular time, any Bulgarian churches that were built had to be built less than the height of a Turkish soldier on a horse.
The history of this church is tragic. A short time before the liberation of Bulgaria in 1860, during a retreat of the Turkish Empire, some soldiers began murdering the civilian population of Bulgarovo. The soldiers invaded the town and began the annihilation of women, children and older people. The people tried to flee from their attackers and locked themselves in this church, believing that God would save them here. However, the Turks took no heed of that, and 350 people were murdered in front of this altar.
Когато разкопахме и видяхме всичките тези кости, ние ги събрахме. Ето тук на това място, което вече е косенцата. Храмът Косенца, където да може да се съхрани тази памет. Това са мъченици на вярата, мъченици на светото православие. на този череп тук имаше поставен и гвозди, с които бяха набити. Така, виждат се кости, които са отрязани, а не са счупени. И всичко това нещо говори за жестокостта, с която са заклани и са избити тези хора тук, в този свят храм.
To the memory of brave people who suffered in the wrong hands. Very hard to describe. The symbolic lighting of a candle was, for me, a moment of thought about what happened in this village and what this church represents. And it's, again, an emotional thing, but we must not forget.
The lake at Tanasovsko is one of the lakes situated around Burgas. It is the biggest wild bird reserve in Bulgaria, and here you can find around 340 different species. Let me present to you Dimcho and Ivo from the Bulgarian Association from the Bird Protection, and this is Will, an American volunteer from the Corpus of Peace.
Това е белият гъч. Ето един далмешен пеликан. There. One Dalmatian pelican.
Yeah, I have him.
The buzzard.
Oh, a buzzard, yeah. Now I have to read this because I can't remember all the names of these birds, but we have a pygmy cormorant, the red-breasted goose, and the Etruscan pygmy shrew.
Yes, that's Europe's smallest mammal.
Would I see one of those?
If you're very lucky, it's very small, but it is in the area.
Now this lake has produced 40,000 tons of salt
Yes.
since 1906. Does the salt affect the birds that live here?
Ние солта ни пречи, защото в солта има един вид солнечно раче, което е познато още под наименованието Артемия, и с него птиците се хранят.
But they are predominantly fish eaters, right?
Изчислено е, че птиците изяждат средно около 1 тон риба всеки ден. Но това не е много, защото рибарите всяка година имат все по-големи и по-големи улови. И затова нашата задача като природозащитници е да запазим езерата чисти, да има достатъчно риба и за птиците, и за хората.
This is a Holy Mother Monastery, rebuilt in 1982. Bulgaria was dominated by communists, and the religion was kind of forbidden. Very calming place, and you feel calm when you come through the gates. And also the springs here are mineral springs, so they're health springs for 7 different ones, for 7 different illnesses. This monastery is one lady runs this Mother Serafina, and she does this on her own. She has help from some guys who come in and prepare wood and things like that, but she runs this monastery on her own. 12th century, there was a temple here. Now there are 2 churches and 40 chapels. I'm inside the monastery now, and I'm here with Mother Serafina, and we're holding hands because I need this. Lovely lady is here on her own, does this all on her own with a little bit of help.
Любовта към Бога, към Майката Божия, направиха невъзможното възможно да се построят тези неща и да се поддържа вярата, любовта към тях.
In the second part of our journey around Burgas, you will learn how the people of Burgas celebrate Nikulden, St. Nikolai Day, the day of the city, why the citizens throw flowers into the sea, and the traditional cooking of the fish carp, and how the city looks at Christmas.
We are 6th of December. We're in Burgas. Today is their national day, St. Nikolai Day. They hoist the national flag and the municipal flag. So I'm part of it here. I'm very fortunate to be here. very special day. People come down here to the Black Sea to throw wreaths into the sea to commemorate the dead seamen. This is what it's all about. Once a year occasion which everybody does on purpose, very important. Somebody many years had lost seamen, brothers, husbands, throughout the years have been lost at sea. That's why they commemorate this, and St. Nikolai is the patron saint of seamen. This has actually some significance for me too, because my uncle was a sailor during the war, not in the Royal Navy, but he was a merchant seaman transporting cargo from country to country, and he died at sea, so this is one way of commemorating that too. Okay, we're here in the Ethnographic Museum, and I'm talking quite softly because we have a celebration with some children going on, and it's a special day today, and the priest is here. We're going to bless the bread in a few minutes, the consecrating of the special bread on St. Nikolai Day. This is the Ethnographic Museum, and today we're celebrating St. Nikolai Day. We have an array of food here. This is one hell of a fish, and if I was hungry I would eat this, but I'm not. So we have walnuts, and we have the bread, we have beans, and in here we have the pumpkin, which is the light on the front of the ship. Now, it looks really good. It has a ship on the top. Now this is the bread. It's got a religious cross on the middle here. But all this food is to be given to the children who orphans. Here in Burgas, the food is given to them. It's a special day for them, and yeah, they're gonna enjoy this because it looks really good. Welcome to John Lawton's kitchen. No. We're here to prepare the fish, which is traditional for this day. Now, I know this fish as carp, but it's called in Bulgarian, it's sharan. So I have here with me Arada, who's going to show me all the things that go into this fish and tell me how it's done. But we have here some sultanas, onions, we have some mushrooms, some tomato, carrots, some prunes, and some walnuts. Here we have some mixed spices, parsley, some pepper, and these are mixed spices.
Vegeta.
Okay, Vegeta, yes. I now remember that name.
След като са нарязани всички тези продукти, се задушават и с тази плънка се пълни шарана, след което се пече в фурна.
This fish is traditional on this day because St. Nikolai happened to use this fish to block the hole in a boat when it was sinking. So now we have the vegetables. The stuffing has been fried, and what we're going to do now is stuff the fish. And the idea is to take a spoonful at a time, open the carp, and place inside. You can use all of this as much as possible because the more there is, the better it's going to get. So now we've stuffed the fish. You take a needle, because I'm not very good with a needle, so please. So now the fish, the carp has been sewn together, the head and the body, keeping the stuffing inside. So we're going to put this now in the oven for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and then the best part is we're going to eat it.
So my fish. This is the fish after it's been baked, and you can see it looks absolutely terrific. And you too can make one of these if you find all the fish and the right ingredients. It'd be great. Go ahead and try it. Oh. Mm.
This is the St. Kirill, St. Methodius Church. Tonight is a celebration with choirs, children's choirs, award-winning choirs. I'm going to go inside and take a look, and I'll be back in a minute. When I was a young boy, I sang in the choirs back home in England in the church, and to listen to these choirs singing brings back lots of memories for me. What can I tell you? That was just perfect. If you get a chance to come here and listen to these choirs singing, please do. Check it out, it's great. So here we are, center of Burgas. It's night time. We're waiting for the Christmas lights to be switched on. Christmas lights have been switched on. We're going to walk down there and we're going to talk to some people and see how they feel about everything, yeah? Let's walk this way.
I hope next year will be also so good and will be better.
What would you say to people to come to Burgas? What's good about Burgas?
Как да ви кажа, значи аз също съм имала удоволствието да изляза извън страната и да бъда в европейски страни. Но като България няма. Всеки чужденец е добре дошъл тук и всеки ще го посрещне като свой приятел. Доколкото ние имаме приятели чужденци, никой не е казал, че някъде другаде като в България и в Бургас. Особено пък в Бургас. Тук сме просто с широки сърца, отворени хора на трапезата, ако мога така да се изразя.
Smells good, whatever he's cooking. Hi.
Много ми е приятно, казвам Сика Танасова.
Okay.
Това е царевичка на зърна. Пресничка и продавам в чашки.
Is business good?
Ден с ден не се приличат, определено да.
Sweet corn. With ketchup, with honey, whatever you like on it. I'll be back for some of that later. I have to point out to you the famous clock in the middle of Burgas, where people meet, young people wait for their dates, so the guys wait for the girls, and we're going to talk to some people over here, see if they're waiting for somebody. Hi guys.
Hi.
You speak a little bit of English?
Yeah.
You waiting for somebody?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A guy?
No, a girl.
You waiting for a girl?
Yeah.
She's waiting for a girl, but that's okay, it's okay. Is she late?
Yeah.
Yeah, how
As
long?
usual, 15 minutes.
15 minutes late.
Yeah.
Are you waiting for somebody too?
Yeah, the same girl.
The same girl?
Yeah. We're actually all waiting.
You're all waiting for the same girl. Where is this girl? Is she so popular that you wait?
Well, she's our friend, so.
So what's the plan tonight? Where are you going?
We're going to Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. Okay. Are you boyfriend and girlfriend? Just friends?
Friends.
Yeah. Are you from Burgas?
Yeah.
How is the town? How is the city? Is it good?
Yeah, very good.
You like Burgas?
Yeah, I love it. We have a lot of different things to do here. Like, we've got that beach, I just love it. And also we got that opera house. You can see great masterpieces there.
The people are really
friendly. The people are so cool here.
Yeah.
Very friendly.
Yeah. She's still late, man. She's still late. The guys are waiting to get to Pizza Hut. They're hungry, okay? So you got 3 minutes to get your ass down here, okay?
Our walk in Burgas continues. This is the theatre for drama, ballet and opera. The musicians and ballet dancers from Burgas are often on tour in Europe and America. Here you can enjoy great opera, theatre and ballet. One of the most famous opera singers in the world, Raina Kabaivanska, was born in Burgas. Two of the best Bulgarian actors, Apostol Karamitev and Georgi Kaluanchev, grew up in the city. This is the theatre building with one of the biggest stages in Bulgaria. Burgas gave the country two of its biggest poets, Hristo Fotev and Petia Dubarova. Different generations of artists have painted in Burgas, and their works can be seen in the private galleries all over the world. The most famous among them is Georgi Batev. You can even see his paintings in the Louvre in Paris. So, if you decide to come to Burgas, don't forget to check out the cultural program. You will be amazed.
So we carry on walking a little bit. As you can see, all the shops are still open. People still selling stuff. It's great. We carry on.
Well, I was born in Burgas. It's my favorite city.
What makes it good for you?
Well, here's atmosphere. Here's the feeling. And people are all charming.
What do you think the municipality could improve about Burgas?
The municipality should do just one thing. Let them people do what they could best.
Let people do what they do best.
If you're looking for a hideaway, come join the boys and me. If you're looking for a getaway, it's right there on your street.
There is also a nightlife to Burgas, and I'm sitting with my good friend Yasin, who is the owner of the bar, provides live music because he is also a very brilliant piano player. And there are lots of bars in Burgas which will give you this live atmosphere. That's one thing you have to say about Bulgaria. You can go in the evening, you can have a meal and have wine or beer, and it's not going to cost you the price of a house. Na zdravie. Na zdravie. Na zdravie. That's cheers in Bulgarian. We decided, Yasin and myself, that we would do a couple of songs for you. Now we're coming to the end of the trip here in Burgas. It's been a great few days, and I've seen a lot of things I didn't expect to see. Had a good time, a lot of history, learned a lot of new things. I'm kind of glad I came here. And just remember, I said to you before, if you've never been to Burgas, come on down here because you're missing something if you don't. But this is not the end. I shall return with some other films from other parts of Bulgaria. So until I see you again, rock on. See you later.
You lived your life with passing time, and I can read between the lines. If you feel alone in the darkness of the night, just let me be